Hello and welcome to a video that nobody asked for, but I wanted to make it. I have been playing Neopets online. Yes, Neopets. It's still a thing, and it is a lot of fun lately for me. It has been my hyperfixation lately, and I want to roast the Neopets. So, what we have here is obviously a tier list because I don't have original ideas in my brain and I just want to talk. So, that's why we're doing this. As you can see with the tier list, I have used my own names because nothing is more fun than when making a tier list than coming up with your own names for the tiers. So, we're going to start at the top, which is Welcomed at the Black Parade. These are the top tier Neopets. That being said, Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance is my favorite album of all time. My Chemical Romance is my favorite band of all time. And this is reserved for the top tier Neopets, the ones that deserve to have been a part of the music video and everything. They made the music video. Next tier down is Crunchwrap Supreme. I am a Taco Bell girl. I love Taco Bell. And whenever I'm down, a Crunchwrap Supreme brings me back to life. It brings me so much joy. And that is why that is the second highest tier. The kind of middle-ish tier is good bread at restaurants. And when I say that, I mean the nice, fluffy, warm, buttery bread that is served out. It just makes the whole experience a little better. It's a little treat. And yes, I'm going to ask 3 times if we can get more bread. And I'm also going to ask for a to-go box to take the bread home. Tier below that, still not the worst tiers, obviously, but this is kind of where in the I'll live, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Dead headphones at the gym. I hate going to the gym without having my headphones. That being said, if I bring my headphones to the gym and they're dead, I would have much rather just forgot them. Nothing is more of a slap in the face and an inconvenience than that. That's a first world problem, but you get where I'm coming from. Second to last tier is wet socks. One of the worst feelings in the world. Get them off my body. Get them away from me. I hate when my socks are wet, damp, anything along those lines. Any form of moisture in my socks is going to send me over the edge. And the bottom tier, cottage cheese. Because I absolutely despise cottage cheese. I would almost rather put anything in my mouth than cottage cheese that is edible. Don't take that out of context. But all that being said, we're just going to get into it. I'm probably going to pronounce some Neopets names wrong because I pronounced them the way I pronounced them when I was 6 and 7 playing this game online and begging my mom to be allowed to use the computer. All right, so first up we have the Akara. She's cute, and I do have a big soft spot in my heart for the Akara because playing Neopets the Darkest Fairy when I was younger, honestly, pretty solid video game for the time period. I remember I begged my mom to let me buy it. It was because I did really good on a report card. And I was like, well, Mom, I got straight A's. And Roberta, one of the protagonists in The Darkest Fairy, is an Akara. My pets that I have currently, which I only have 8, mind you, I do not have an Akara. They're not one of my top priority pets. All my pets that I have currently are my original pets. Like I made them, gave them names, all that kind of stuff. And Akara's not on the top priority of that. She's cute, but there's just something about the colors and the eyes that kind of throw me off. So not really my favorite, but not the worst. So I'm going to put them solidly in good bread at restaurants. There are significantly worse pets. There are pets that I despise way more than the Akara. They're just not top tier. So they're going to go in good bread at restaurants because I'm never mad. I'm never mad to see them. I'm never mad to see them. A good custom of them is gorgeous. However, if I go into a restaurant and they don't offer bread, I'm not going to automatically leave the restaurant. So next up, we have the Aisha. And these babies are gorgeous. I love them. I love the Alien Aisha, what's the word? Paintbrush. Sorry, I'm going to fumble over my words a lot. That's how I am in these videos. That's how I am every time I talk. I love them. I love their little tentacles. I love the little collar that comes with them. They're just so adorable. And I just feel like there's very few bad customs made. So these ones are definitely going in the Crunchwrap Supreme tier. I love them. I have one. Her name is Surface. And I am planning on making her into some kind of beautiful pastel or Moroccan paintbrush design. I'm thinking I'm leaning towards pastels because I love the pastel Aisha. Next up, we have Bloomaroos. These little guys, they're little goobers, you know? I think they are so stupid looking that they are adorable. I do not currently have a Bloomaroo. However, I don't know, there's just something adorable about how dumb they look. But I don't want one, if that makes sense. So they're going to go in the dead headphones at the gym. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't want that to happen. Next up, we have Boris, and I actually really love the Bori. I love their Halloween paintbrush, and I'm going to do my best not to judge things on the customs and paintbrushes. I'm going to do my best not to do that, but it's going to happen. It's just gonna. Because I have ideas of what I want to customize my Bori. Her name is Persephone, but I really want to do mine in the Halloween or the Relic paintbrushes. I haven't decided which one I want to do yet. As like I said, I'm still very new to Neopets again this time around, and it's rough out there trying to get the paintbrushes you want and decide what customs you want to do. But back to the Bori. I love them. I love their little tail. I love their little paws, their ears, their big dumb ears. I just really, really enjoy them. And so with that being said, they're going in Crunchwrap Supreme. They're once again not my favorite, but I do really, really enjoy their design. Next up, we have the Bruce. He's a penguin with a bow. The ones that are just an animal but a Neopet don't do it as much for me. I like more of the creative Neopets that aren't like an animal you're going to see in the wild necessarily. And if it is an animal you're going to see in the wild, I like more of the ones that have a little bit more spunk to them. You know, they have a little bit more character. The Bruce isn't bad. It just, once again, it's just not one that I care for. And it's not one that I personally would ever see myself having unless it's like, I see one that is being offered up that's already painted, and I'm like, man, I need that. So I'm going to put them in the wet socks tier. Next up, we have the Buzz. And as much as I don't like any of the paintbrushes, any of the styles, I've never seen a good Buzz custom. As much as I have never seen any of that relatively appeals to me, I will say that I really have tried not to hate it. I've really tried. I have. It's not for me. I can't get behind the Buzzes. They are one of my least favorites, and it saddens me because I do like bugs a lot. I just it's not it. They're gonna go in cottage cheese just because I feel like there is nothing that gives me any want to ever have this. And in fact, I don't want to look at it anymore. So we're going to move on. Next up is the Chia. I try really hard to like the Chia. There's a lot of cute customs and cute paintbrushes you can do on the Chia. But other than that, I kind of just want to punt it across the room. It looks like a beanbag chair, one that's been sat on for too long and is in the basement of your cousins that you guys used to always hang out on. But now we're all grown up and we realize it was never actually that comfortable. It was never actually that like fun other than the nostalgia of it. The nostalgia of being in that basement, sitting on that chair, playing our Game Boys. That's the only reason that we still cling to Chias and like them. And I stand by that. Wet socks. The Chombi. They could have done so much with this. I love dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. I cried the other night. I had a couple of drinks and I cried the other night about the Triassic cuddle, which is two dinosaurs fossilized together that looked like they were cuddling in a burrow. I bawled my eyes out about it for like a good 30 minutes because that's what you do whenever you're almost 28 years old. You cry about dinosaurs. Um, which makes my heart break a little for the Chombie. I really want to like them. And I really think that in the future, if Neopets continues to put more effort into the online site, maybe we will get some really cool Chombies. But it's not there yet. It's just kind of an inconvenience right now. So they're going to go in dead headphones at the gym for that reason alone. That I really, really have hope for them. But they haven't fulfilled my hope yet. Psy bunnies. Psy bunnies are really cute. I do like them a lot. And I have had rabbits in my life. I had a bunny named Poppy when I was younger. And maybe someday I will make my own Neopet that is in honor of Poppy. But for the time being, they're not a priority for me. There's not really a draw to that other than the fact that I do love rabbits and I love bunnies. But as of now, it's just, I know they're super customizable too, but they just really, once again, I just am not inspired looking at a Psy bunny, unfortunately, which I wish I was. I wish I could be that girl. I'm just not. She's going to go in the good bread at restaurants, though, because I really think in my future, I am going to pay an honor to my old bunny Poppy and have a Psy bunny named after her to the best that I can. I'm sure the name Poppy's already taken. I will have some really stupid spelling to make it work, though, because that's what you do in Neopets. The Drake. Oh, our little baby that is so coveted. I love a dragon. I have 3 dragons tattooed on me. I love dragons so much. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, which also makes me love dragons. It's one of my things. You know, I will get one eventually, whether I get it from a morphing potion or an egg. I will have a Drake eventually. But I'm going to be basic as hell and put it in the Crunchwrap Supreme tier because as much as I like to not be the same as other girls, when it comes to the Drake, I am. The Elefante, that's how I always pronounced it when I was younger. But I think it's elephant, regardless. I don't want this freak near me. And I love elephants. Why is it standing on 2 legs? Why is it standing on 2 legs? Why is it bipedal? Why is it not on all 4s? Is it trying to make a fist? I can't even tell. Which, speaking of, why did they make all the Neopets make fists? Can they not draw hands? Because I understand. I also can't draw hands. But this one's going in cottage cheese. I don't like it. I don't, and I want to. Because I love elephants. But I'm going to stop being an apologist for the animals that I don't like and try to like them and try to convince myself I like what I like. And that's just going to be it. Next, we have the Eerie. I love Eerie's so much. I think this brings me back to like my days playing Final Fantasy, which I still do, but like the old school days, because it reminds me so much of the designs from some of the older games, like the tactics games and stuff like that. It really brings me back design wise to that, and I love them. I love them. I think they're beautiful, gorgeous creatures. This one is going in the Crunchwrap Supreme 100%. Flotsam. The Flotsam. I love a sea creature. I do. I do. Not this one. Not this one. It just, there's something unsettling about the face to me. And once again, we have it trying to make a fist, but it's not because it has a flipper. I don't know. There's just something unsettling about this. Like if I bumped into this while in the ocean, I would be scared. I would be so scared. I would need to get back in a boat immediately. I don't know why I'd be in the middle of the ocean, not in a boat. I hope that never happens to me. But if that does ever happen to me, I would hope that this fucking creature does not come near me. Wet socks, because It's not the worst. It's not as bad as the buzz or the elephant, but I'm still terrified of it. And I don't want it to occur to me. Next up, we have the Gellert. The Gellert is a dog. He's a puppy dog with some funky antenna ears. And I absolutely love the Gellert. The customs you can do with it, the paintbrushes look sick on it. I love it so much. So much. I have one right now that is a baby Gellert. His name is Landile, and he's a sweet boy. This is the first one that is welcomed into the Black Parade. Have you seen the Dargan or the stealthy Gellerts? That's why. That's why. They're welcomed in. Gerard Way would approve so much. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. All right, next up we have the Norbu. I think I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. It's Gnorbu, Norbu, whatever it may be. It's a llama, an alpaca, one of the two. One of the two. And if there's one thing to know about me is I'm kind of scared of llamas. My mom's one friend when we were growing up had a llama farm and they spit on me. They did. They really did. I got spit on. It might have been alpacas, but I was like 4 when I was there. And it really made me dislike them. And they're an animal. You can't really fully dislike an animal. But I have a little bit of a personal gripe with them for that. You know, it's stuck with me all these years, and I do hold that against the Norbu. I do. I can't like them because of that one time when I was 4 that an alpaca or llama spit on me. And I'm not going to get over that anytime soon, I don't think. Wet socks. Next up is the Growl. This T-Rex little boy. Once again, it's a dinosaur. I like dinosaurs. I already told you the story. There is, unfortunately, in my opinion, other than the Moroccan, because he's a shark, and I love sharks. Once again, though, there's no good way, in my opinion, to paint them other than Moroccan. I don't know. Once again, it's the mouth, it's the fist. There's nothing there for me. I don't know. There's nothing there. We're putting him in dead headphones at the gym because it's a dinosaur. I have to give it the credit. And like I said, I love the Moroccan version. But they could have done so much better. They could have done better. The Grundo. I love these stupid little boys. I love them so much. I have one. His name is Mycelium. He is currently white, but I really cannot wait to paint him Halloween because I love the Halloween paintbrush for Grundos. He is my volunteer pet, usually. I'm always dropping him off somewhere, whether it's a plot. Like currently right now as I'm recording this, the Void Within plot is occurring. And I'm always dropping him off at the hospital to help out. He's a little helper. I love him. I love their stupid feet hands. I don't know. They're kind of unsettling to look at, but I kind of love it too. And I love the big bug eyes. I do. I just think that this is a cute little guy. He's going in good bread at restaurants. I love him. Next is the Hissy. And if you're going to know something else about me, because I'm going to tell you, I love snakes. I don't like surprise snakes in the sense that if I'm in the woods and one's all of a sudden right in front of me, that's a little bit unsettling because, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be there, even if I'm in the woods, you know? But I respect them that it is their home in the wilderness, and I love snakes so much. I think they're fascinating. I think it's so cool that they don't have arms, which is why the Hissy, I'm kind of like, why do you have arms? These armed, feathered wing things, but they're like also clearly kind of hands. I don't know. I don't really understand, but I love you. I love you. I love the mutant one that has 2 heads. It is one of the few mutant paintbrush custom colors that I love. You give him 2 heads You really gave him two heads. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I really want a hissy someday. And I'm going to make it mutant because I love the two heads. There's something about it for me that I adore. This one's going in Crunchwrap because it's just one of those ones that I love the design. I love that it is a play off of a real animal, but they made it something different. They made it quirky. She's different. She's not like other girls. I love it. Next is the Ixie. And one of the crazy things about the Ixies to me is in the Neopets Darkest Fairy game, they were so big for no reason. I do think they're really cute though. Like they're like a goat, right? They're like a goat, which you know how I feel about like the ones that are just animals at this point, but they did this one right. This one is correct. The little horns, the face, the personality of them, the customizations you can do. They did them right. These little twerps were done right, and I love them. I do really enjoy them. They're not one of my favorites, though, once again. So, with that being said, the Ixie is going in good bread at restaurants because it's just done right. Next is the Jetsam, and in my opinion, I just feel like the Moroccan version of the Grawl is what this should have been. Because they made this shark. This is a shark, okay? They made this shark's Moroccan paintbrush. They made him an anglerfish, which I don't hate. But you could have made this shark into a even more badass looking shark. Or you could have just took the Grawl's Moroccan paintbrush and made that character the Jetsam, and then made that customizable, in my opinion. This could have been so much better. It could have been. It could have been so much better. But they didn't do that. They didn't give that to us. And for that, this is going in wet socks because we don't want it. I don't want it. I definitely don't want it. Oh, the Jub Jub. Little puffball with feet. A cotton ball with feet. I don't really have much to say about it other than that. It's fur that I plucked off my hairbrush after brushing my cats, and it grew feet and walked away. Because you know how that is sometimes. Like you brush your animal and you take the fur off and you set it down like to like pick it up, like throw it away after you're finished brushing them. So you have to like clean the brush out, and then somehow it grows feet and walks away. That's how I feel about the Jub Jub. Not a fan. Cottage cheese. The Kachik. I do have a soft spot for the Kachik. I remember very vividly that this was one of my favorite. I think I had the trading card, and it was blue on there. And because I had a lot of the trading cards when I was younger. I didn't do Pokemon as much. I didn't do baseball cards. I didn't do football cards, basketball cards. I did have some WWE cards. It was a phase, but now even if WWE is on the TV, I will watch it sometimes just because it's funny to me how bad it is anymore. Like when I was little, I thought it was real, which is like the Kachik. I loved it when I was little. Now, I realize how misguided I was. I don't think they're bad. I have the nostalgia of loving them. When I first made a Neopets account, I'm pretty sure the Kachik was my first. I still have the old card because I can't throw anything away in my life that I have some nostalgia to. I like them. I like them a lot. I think they're adorable. I love the Moroccan, other than its face. Like, it's kind of unsettling, but I kind of love it. I love unsettling things. But the, like, goldfish with that stupid head on it. Also, side note, I love the Moroccan pets. I think that's obvious at this point. But I love it. I love how unsettling. I love the little tail. I want to pet it. I want to brush it. And I want to brush it and put the fur on the side, and it's going to become a Jub Jub and walk away. I like them. I like them a lot. They're good bread. They're good bread. It's just a solid little guy. It's time. It's the cow. I think I'm speaking for everyone here when I say that the cow is perfect. I love her. I don't have one yet because I haven't decided. I can't come up with a name for it. And that's why I don't have one. So if you guys have any suggestions for something I could name a cow, let me know because I want one. Once again, this is just an animal done correctly. I love them. They're so cute. The burlap, the polka dot, the spotted cow. Stop. That is a moo cow. And you can't tell me anyways. That is what I'm going to drive by on the road and look at my boyfriend and go, oh, look at the cows, as I do every time I see them. We love. This is welcomed at the Black Parade. It's perfect. There's nothing that needs fixed about the cow. There's nothing. It's a cow. And then we get to the Kiko, which is the bald version of the Jub Jub. I don't know what it is about these little spherical boys that I don't like, but I don't. This one's honestly a little bit worse than the Jub Jub in my opinion. I can deal with a ball with feet more than I can deal with a ball with hands. Why does it have hands? How does it move? Does it just roll towards you? It's like one of those memes. How would this walk? Would it walk like this? Would it walk like this? No, I feel like this creep pushes himself up on his hands and runs at you while using his hands. It's a no. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Now we have the koi, and I love a sea creature, as we talked about, and she's beautiful. She is. I really enjoy the koi. They're just a beautiful little fish. I love the design of like I don't know if it'd be like tentacles or something like that coming off the head. Sorry, I'm not as versed in my vocabulary in terms of animals like that, but I love those little feathery things. I love the tail. This one, I just feel like a lot of effort was put into the design of, and I really appreciate that. And same with the paintbrushes. I just feel like a lot of effort was put into this pet, which is why it's going in the good bread, because good bread, when you put good effort into it, it is chef's kiss. The Corbat. I feel like this was their attempt to make their version of a Zubat from Pokemon. And while I'm not angry at it, because I love a good bat, I love bats, I hate the Zubats in Pokemon because every time I'm going through a cave and just trying to live my best life and live, laugh, love, they spawn and it just annoys me just enough. That's how I feel about the Corbat. It annoys me just enough that it could have been done better. It could have been. Dead headphones at the gym because I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get over it. But I'm also going to be very annoyed with the situation. The Kugra, our little tiger cub. We're back on the train of animals that are just an animal. And I feel like the Kugra, like, as a whole, is cute. It is, in my opinion. But there's not a lot that you can really do with it to me. I feel like what would have been really cool is if they did like different kinds of like leopards or like different colorings of tigers with it that were like a little bit resemblant of the like actual animals, and then I would really love it. Like the snow cougar could have been a snow leopard, you know? Dead headphones at the gym. Next we have the croc, and I feel like I'm gonna be a little controversial here. Not that I am afraid of that by any means, because this is my opinion, this is my list. I don't like it. I don't. There's something about the head shape compared to the body, the legs, the arms. I just feel like it would have been better had it been on all fours. There's something about the bipedal animals to a degree that I don't like. Why is it bipedal? I feel like it would be so much cooler had it been on all fours with like a really sick looking tail, you know? I just feel like that would have looked so much better. It's going in wet socks for me. I don't hate them, but they kind of piss me off to look at them. So next is the Kiri, this little kangaroo. I have no desire to ever have one. But I do love the mullet they're rocking. I love the mullet. They have great hair. It's just not for me. I don't care for it. So with that being said, we're going in the dead headphones at the gym because I do like them. It's just I don't ever want to own it. I don't want to ever have to deal with it. I feel like it would talk shit about me behind my back. Look at those eyes. That's a shit talker. The Lenny, I'm not even going to go into too far because I really don't like them other than the fairy because the fairy is a peacock and peacocks are gorgeous. I don't like the Lenny. It's unsettling. I don't like it. I don't like the Lenny. They're going in cottage cheese. There is something so unsettling about what they're doing with their hand. That is someone that if I saw them walking on the streets at night, I would clutch my purse and walk the other way immediately. I would not want to pass them. The loop. We're back to me being basic when I tell you that the loop is one of my absolute favorites. Played the Darkest Fairy, loved Tormund so much. I love a dog. I love a dog. There's never enough dogs. There is never enough dogs in any kind of animated game ever. Loops are in the Black Parade. They just are. They're so good. They are so good. And actually, I have a loop currently. His name is Gerard Stay because Gerard Way was already picked. So his name's Gerard Stay because he's a dog. And sometimes you have to tell your dog, hey, sit, stay. And so that's his name. And I really want to make him either stealthy or even mutant or Dargan because he needs to be an emo boy. The Lutari. I love otters. And I feel like personally that the Lutari was done right. They took an otter as the base and they really ramped it up. They made it gorgeous. I am so bummed that Lutari Island is not a thing. Granted, I was not playing Neopets during the time that was like announced and then never happened. But have you seen the Moroccan? It's a freaking axolotl, okay? Okay. I love them so much. I would give this boy so many rocks to crack its food open on. Love, love, love. Also going into the Black Parade tier. Love, love, love. Almost put in Crunchwrap. That's not a Crunchwrap. They are a member of the Black Parade. Okay? They just are. The Mirka. I used to call these, what did I say? I think I used to call these Mikras because I just switched the C and the R. And whenever I was young, it just made more sense to me. I have personal beef with these little shits. These little round shits. These messed up chipmunks, okay? I have beef with these because I remember playing Neopets the Darkest Fairy, and I'm going to relate a lot of this back to it because I put a lot of hours into that game on my PS2. These stupid little shits steal your package that you are just trying to deliver as young Tormund, trying to deliver to Meridel, and they fucking steal it. Little shits. Little absolute shits, and I don't want one because I have personal beef with them from that game. I think that was the one that I have the most actual problems with and things to say about, all because I played a game whenever I was 10 years old and I just never forgot and I just hold a grudge to this day. But, you know, that's just what it is. The Mohawk. I feel like they tried to do another version of the cow, but worse. I do like the horns. I do like the Mohawk. Oh my God. It's not a cow. It's a pig with a mohawk. It's a hog with a mohawk. The Mohawk. I think I just changed my mind about these guys because I just realized the play on words there. I don't even know if that's the actual lore behind it. I don't know if that's why they say that. But I think I just decided I like them more because of that. That's what's fun about these videos is sometimes I don't even realize that I actually like something, but then my brain just actually works for a split second and then I change my mind. Actually, I was gonna put them in dead headphones at the gym because I just don't really care, but I'm not happy about it. But I think they're actually good bread at restaurants for that reason alone, that they have a mohawk and they're a hog, I guess, not a cow. Just looking at it, I think cow instantly, but the play on the name makes way more sense to me. The Mincy. Why do they give this one a belly button? Why? Like, why? I just want that question answered. Genuinely, if you guys know why, let me know. Because I would love to know. Wet socks. It just, there's something about the fact that they gave this one a belly button that I can't get behind, you know? Like, I don't think any other Neopet has a belly button. Why does this one? Am I wrong? Like, does someone else have one? I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm like, why? Why did they give this one a belly button and none of the others? It just, I don't know. I get really hung up on things that don't actually matter and I can't get past them or see past them. The Nemo. I do love a frog. I'm the kind of person that when I see one, like a frog or toad, when it's been raining out or something, and I see it as I'm walking, I'm gonna sit there for a little bit and just geek over them. They made them like a big crab in the Moroccan paintbrush, but they're a tadpole in the baby, and I just love that. I don't know why he's squatting like that. I don't know why his legs are so long like that compared to his arms. But I do have a soft spot for them. I do. And I think that's just because I love frogs so much. But I want to know why he's squatting. His quads have to be insane at this point because he's always in that position. We're going to put him in the good bread at restaurants because I do really like a good frog. I just feel like there could have been something else. But you know what? He's not bad. He's not bad. I probably will have a Nemo at some point. And I do love the name too. I feel like the name is very, very cute. The Ogren. I'm just going to put a picture up here of the mutant one and let you just soak it in for a second. That looks like if whenever I was young, somebody recreated one of my drawings professionally and took a sketch I made when I was 6 and was like, I think this is what she meant for it to look like. And they would hand it back to me and I would scream at the top of my lungs and burn it instantly. Cottage cheese. I don't know. I don't like it. I just feel like this design has too much going on. Too much going on. Like the stripes, whatever that giraffe tail is. It has a mohawk, the little fluffy thing around its neck. I don't know. There's just too much here going on for my brain to comprehend, and I don't want to comprehend it any longer. The piafin. I don't hate the piafin. I like the fact that it is like some kind of like ocean Pegasus, their version of a seahorse, but they took it a little too literally. Like, it's a seahorse, but too literal. And it could have been good in an idea but the idea should have stayed in whoever created this head, in my opinion. I think it would have been a lot better had it not had the front hooves. If you're in the ocean and you already have that mermaid tail, why do you need the hooves? To throw hands? I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't. Wet socks. The Poogle. I do love the Poogle, especially the toy Poogle, because when I tell you that I wanted one of these dogs so bad when I was a kid, like begged my parents to get me one, and I never got it. So now I have the chance to get it in Neopets. I love the Poogle. There's something about its face, like that is the face that my cats make at me when they want me to put more food in their bowl, but there's already food in it and they just are greedy and they just want to annoy me. That is that face, that sweet little smile and the big eyes like, hey, do you have any like Cheez-Its you could spare? I'm starving and I'm just a baby and have no way of getting food. I love them. I love them so much. Crunchwrap Supreme for sure. They're just a little guy. They're just a little guy. And honestly, if those existed in the real world, I would own one. I would own one 100%. This is one that I know I pronounce wrong. I pronounce it Pateri because I pronounce the P. I believe it's just supposed to be Terry. No, it's not called Terry, okay? We're not giving an actual human name to this. It's a Pateri, okay? It's just always going to be that in my brain. And it's not going to be anything else. What's that tail? What's the tail? Wet socks. It just, no. The Quiggle. I consider the Nemo to be the frog and the Quiggle to be the toad. Okay? That's just in my brain what makes most sense. They're both amphibians, but a Quiggle is a toad and a Nemo is a frog. I prefer frogs over toads. Both are great. I love an amphibian. However, something about the Quiggle is worse to me than the Nemo. Granted, this one's not squatting. However, something about him standing, once again, upright. Not for me. Something about the upright animals, man. Thank God they didn't give him a belly button. But he's just, I don't know. I wish I had a better reason for not liking him, and I'm trying to think of a reason why I do like him. And I think the fact that I can't find a reason that I do like him makes him dead headphones at the gym. So I don't not like him. But I don't like him either. The Rookie. So, where I said about the buzz, how I was disappointed that I wish that this was a better bug, this is where the Rookie comes in. Because once again, it has six legs, right? I like to think of the fact that the arms are actually legs. That's just in my brain what it is. Because it's a bug, it's an insect. Have you seen the polka dot one? That is a whole insect. It's a ladybug. Gorgeous. I love a ladybug. One of my favorite stuffed animals when I was little is a ladybug, and I still have her to this day. She has no spots or eyeballs anymore, but that's my baby. And then you have the fairy one. That's a fairy mantis, if I've ever seen one. And I love mantises, whatever they're called. I love them. I love the fairy mantis. They're gorgeous. Mantises kind of scare me too, which also is why I love them. I love a scary bug. I just don't want it in my house. But I love the Rookie. I think they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I fully plan on having a polka dot one to pay an homage to my old ladybug stuffed animal that was promptly named Ladybug because I was 3 when I got it. These are Crunchwrap Supremes to me. I think they're adorable. I think they're great. The Scorchio. Here's another dragon. But not as good as the Drake, in my opinion. I think I like the Drake more because I love the like lizard-like look of the Drake a little bit better. Like it's slinkier. It's looks fast as hell, and I just feel like it is so much better than the Scorchio. And that's no hate to it. It's just it doesn't do it for me as good as the Drake. I feel like the Drake is the better version. It's still good bread. The Shoiroo. What I all just said about the Scorchio does not apply to the Shoiroo because this is a dragon, but this is baby. This is baby dragon, okay? Don't even need the baby paintbrush. This is a baby. And I love a lot of the paintbrushes you can do with this one too. The candy one I think is gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous. There's something about it with like the blues and the reds and oranges all swirled together. Better than the Eventide. Like significantly, but gorgeous. I love it. I love how sweet he looks. I don't know why he's giving me the side eye, but I kind of want to know why. I just love, they're beautiful. And the stealthy one, there's something about that I just, I love it. I think the design is so good. I'm going to put them in the Crunchwrap Supreme because I have a soft spot for them. They were one that I had too whenever I was very young. I remember very vividly having a Shoiroo and being like, I need a Shoiroo. It was like the Shoiroo, the Kachik, and the Poogle were like the 3 that I first went for when I was younger because I was just going for cuteness. And we are once again back to dragons. And this dragon, though, however, no, absolutely not. This is the demon that chases me up from my basement stairs. Like when I turn the lights off and leave the basement, this is what's behind me that I won't look at because I know he's there. No, absolutely not. This is the thing that is just bumbling my way, making a lot of noise, knocking over my trinkets and glassware with every step he takes. And that's not even like a weight thing. He's just that clumsy and inconsiderate, in my opinion. This one's in cottage cheese. The Techo, my baby, this little salamander boy. I love a Techo. I love everything about this. This is, once again, an animal that is basically a real-life animal, but was done super, super well, in my opinion. Even though he's bipedal, that's okay. He's going to knock you out with that fist. He's cute. I love the eyes. I love the tail, the little squiggly tail. I think these are gorgeous. And have you seen the woodland one? The woodland one with that leaf tail, ultimate camouflage. I love, love, love. This is going in the Crunchwrap Supreme tier for me. I love them so much. The Tonu, it's kind of like they took a lion and a dinosaur and tried to make something of it, but it didn't work the way they wanted to. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my brain. It's not one of my least favorites. I just don't see myself ever owning it. And it kind of also looks like an elephant. Like it's like an elephant, a rhino, a dinosaur, and a lion all merged together into one. And I don't know. It's dead headphones at the gym to me. Because I think there's potential there. I just think we need a good paintbrush of it. Like if we had a good paintbrush of this, we could do something. But as of right now, we don't. As much as I love, like I said, the Lutari, I feel like the Tuscanini is the opposite. Like he's a seal, obviously. But there's something unsettling about him. I don't know what it is. There's just something that I just feel like he would severely inconvenience me. He would annoy me. He's not someone I would ever invite over to my house. Like, because I feel like he would never leave. And that's why I feel like if I had one of these, I would never be able to get rid of it. Like, he would just infinitely stay. And I would have to get rid of my entire Neopets account to get rid of him finally. And I feel like he would still show up again somehow. He's going dead headphones at the gym, though. Because I just feel like, no, actually, we're doing wet socks. Because he's just, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. I don't want to invite that into my life. The uni. We know how I feel about mythical creatures, and I love a unicorn. I think they're gorgeous. And I feel like the uni can just be customized at just such good degrees. Like the woodland one, are you freaking kidding? The woodland one? Come on. And the stealthy one, like the two polar opposites of what this one can do are insane. Like the stealthy one's ready for battle, and the woodland one is going to lead us to a fairy circle that we'll never escape from. And I respect that entirely. Crunchwrap Supreme all the way. So now we have the Usul, I believe is how it's pronounced. I will probably say Usul though, because that just makes more sense in my brain. I know these guys are so customizable. I don't want one. I don't know. There's just something about it that just, people go nuts over this guy. They're just, this is a mean girl. This is Regina George. This is somebody who will do everything in her power to put me down and make me feel really upset about myself. But I'd still probably want to be her friend just to like be on her good side. Dead headphones at the gym. The Vandegeyer. As much as I want to hate this one, I can't do it. Have you seen the Moroccan? What is that? I just want to know, but I love it. The toy one's a Furby, and Furbies terrify me, so I do not want to say anything bad about this one. It's a little owl. Can't be mad at an owl. And I don't want to be because they're scary. It's good bread. The Walkie. So this is the Usul's cousin who thinks they are the Usul, but isn't. This one talks shit to your face. This one will punch you in the face. This one will steal your lunch money and spit on you. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I'm putting it in cottage cheese. Walkies, there's something up with that one. I don't trust it. I don't like it. I'm afraid of it, but I also will fight it. I know I pronounced this next one wrong, I'm pretty sure, but I love it. It is one of my favorites this round of making my Neopets account. It's my first pet. This is the Zweetalk. My girl, her name is Farin, and she is my Battle Dome pet that I've been training up. I love her. It's a cute little dog. What is there to do about that? What is there to do about that? There's nothing. You gotta love it. I love the Moroccan. It's a sea slug. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, if you know anything about me, I love sea slugs. They're gorgeous. Every single one of them. They're so cute for no reason. What is the evolutionary advantage? There is none. Even the fairy one. That's just a sweet little butterfly puppy. What are you going to do about that? The Dargan one looks kind of high, but that's okay. I'm not judging. Can we just acknowledge the stealthy one? That is art. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. We love. There is, in my opinion, not a bad Zweetalk. I love, love, love the Zweetalk. Absolutely involved in the Black Parade. The Yerbil. I feel like this one would have my back in a fight. Like, he's just that, like, hype man that stands behind you and, like, hypes you up. Like, he won't get involved in the fight unless I start getting my ass kicked, and then he'll jump in. But I feel like he's an ankle biter in fighting. Like, he fights dirty. He goes for the kneecaps. He's taking you out of the ankles. Like, he's, like, got a knife ready, and he's gonna, like, get the back of your knees with that to, like, debilitate you. Like, he's a scrapper, and I really enjoy that. I do like these a lot. This is like a little bear lion kind of guy. I like him. He's going in good bread at restaurants because he would have my back. And last, but simply not least, is the Zafara. I don't know what this is, but I absolutely love it. This is like, you know how we talked about the Ogren has way too much going on that it's unsettling to look at? The Zafara has a lot going on, but they did this one well to me. Like, there's so much going on there. I don't even know how to describe it. What is going on? They have these little horns on their back, but they're like furry. And they got these big stupid ears that kind of look like a floppy bunny ears. But then you look at the tail and it's got like a leaf thing on there. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm not going to ask questions because this one is done correctly to me. This one is absolutely gorgeous. This one is Crunchwrap Supreme for sure. Absolutely adore. Love, love, love. And that is going to be our tier list for my ranking of Neopet species. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you disagree with me, please let me know what you disagree about. Maybe I'll find a new love for certain pets. Or maybe I will inherit your beef that you have with ones that I love and I won't forget it. Kind of like how I feel about the Mirka. The beef there will stand for the test of time to me. And I will never forgive them for that. So maybe you have that experience with one of my favorites, and I will change my opinion. Let me know in the comments. And if you guys really enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.